Apple has released iOS 26.2 Beta 3, and it's packed with refinements and brand new capabilities across AirDrop, Measure, iPad multitasking, reminders, podcasts, Apple News, CarPlay, and more. Here's everything that's new so far, and how these changes improve day-to-day use. AirDrop codes. Contact-free sharing for 30 days. Apple is developing a new AirDrop option that lets you share with someone without adding them as a contact, valid for 30 days. iOS 26.2 Beta 3 is the first build where traces of this feature appear in the AirDrop section of settings. It's designed to make short-term collaboration at events, schools, and workplaces easier without permanently trading contact info. Measures liquid glass level gets clearer, the liquid glass inspired. Level design introduced in Beta 2 has been refined in Beta 3. Apple adjusted the visuals so numbers stay legible in more scenarios, reducing overlap and improving contrast. The result is a slicker, more readable level that feels premium without sacrificing clarity. iPad multitasking. Drag to slide over and split view with iPad OS 26.2 Beta 3. You can drag an app icon out of the dock to enter slide over or split view, restoring a familiar and efficient multitasking gesture. This builds on the return of slide over in iPad OS 26.1 and makes it faster to get apps side by side with fewer taps. Side button assistant choice, Japan code references. Code in iOS 26.2 shows Apple preparing an option to change what happens when you hold the side button, potentially allowing replacements for Siri in Japan to meet regulatory requirements. This isn't exposed to users yet, but the groundwork is present. Games app, sorting, filtering, controller navigation. Live Scores. The Games app steps up with sorting and filtering tools for your library. Full controller navigation support, real-time score updates during playback together. This makes browsing, managing, and tracking gameplay smoother and more informative. Messages on CarPlay, toggle pinned conversations. Pinned conversations for messages can now be disabled in CarPlay settings, giving drivers a simpler, chronological list if they prefer a cleaner in-car messaging view. Smoother menu animations across the system. Animations for opening menus are noticeably smoother when you tap buttons, giving iOS a more responsive, polished feel across the UI lock screen. Liquid glass slider works with all clock fonts. The liquid glass slider on the lock screen now delivers a more dramatic translucency effect and supports every clock font option. You can dial in the exact glassy look you want without compromising readability. Reminders. Alarms and timers for urgent tasks. Reminders in iOS 6.2 can trigger an alarm when an urgent reminder is due, much harder to miss than a standard alert. Alarms and timers can also break through focus modes when necessary, ensuring time-critical items actually get your attention. Sleep score, rebalanced categories and thresholds. Apple is tightening up sleep tracking with new categories and thresholds. Very high replaces excellent as the top rating, and the ranges are less forgiving, addressing feedback that previous scoring felt too broad and overly positive. Expect more realistic insights and goals. Apple Podcasts. AI-powered chapters and smarter links. The Podcasts app uses AI to automatically generate chapters for easier navigation, link to podcasts referenced within an episode collect, and surface useful show links. Long episodes are easier to scan, revisit, and share with smarter context baked in. Apple News, faster navigation to popular sections. The News app gains design tweaks that add quick links to popular sections. Navigation feels faster and more intuitive, helping you jump straight to the topics you read most. AirPods. Live translation expands to the EU AirPods. Live translation is slated to roll out to European Union countries starting in December, which likely aligns with the iOS 26.2 public release. Travelers, students, and cross-border collaborators should find this especially helpful. Related, Edge Light on macOS 26. Tahoe on the Mac side. Apple is introducing Edge Light, a built-in feature that turns your display into a virtual ring light to enhance lighting on video calls. It uses the screen to cast an even glow, improving your on-camera look without extra hardware. When to expect iOS 26.2 with Beta 3 now available and AirPods live translation targeting a December rollout in the EU. A December release for iOS 26.2 is likely. As always, features that appear in beta can evolve before the final version ships.